Good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome you all to the Monday, February 5th, 2018 Conservation Commission meeting. First on the agenda at 7 o'clock is a request for determination of applicability public meeting for 84 Bigelow Road. Marilyn Fuller. Marilyn here.
My mother's unable to make it this
Okay.
evening, so I'm her son, Christopher.
And your last name?
Fuller.
Fuller. All right, have a seat.
Thank you.
Marilyn. And this was, Steve had made some pictures. They wanted to
Yep.
remove some trees.
There are some pictures here. The green dots on that map represent the location of the trees. The red dots on that one.
We
you
need,
have-
also
you have
need the
pictures.
ad from
Yep.
the paper. I need to
Got the
read that.
ad and the receipts are here. And Stephen's card is on there
Thank you.
as well.
The town of, I have to read this. The town of Douglas Conservation Commission will hold a public meeting for RDA on February 5th, 2017 at 7 p.m. in the Municipal Center, 29 Depot Street. The work to be done pursuant to the Town of Douglas Wetland Bylaw and the Wetland Protection Act, MGL, Chapter 131, Section 40. The proposed request for determination of applicability work is 84 Bigelow Road, and the applicant is requesting permission to remove compromised trees. Okay. So the trees do have holes in them,
Yeah, and then
look kind of
at the base of
precarious.
the base of one of the other trees, there's also moisture rot at the bottom. So you can see between the two trees where the very first half small picture of the base of the two trees where the trees once were closer together, you can see in that area they've weakened up a little bit. You can see it better in the cover picture. And just some of the rot, the way that they lean and overhang, they overhang the swimming area and the boat area. And just concerned from a safety standpoint, there's such a large overhang of them that we believe there's a safety risk of it, that they can come down and, you know, either do some damage or pose a risk to us enjoying it, as well as the people who come in and fish under that area. There's quite a few little juicy bugs that fall out of the tree and make it a very popular spot. And we just don't want to see anything happen with the trees coming down out over that, causing any damage or injury to anybody. There is plans to regrow some blueberry bushes around them if that's acceptable. I'm not sure exactly.
How were you planning on taking out the roots?
If the stump was going to remain, I believe is what the gentleman from the tree company recommended, leaving the stump. Yeah.
That could be a condition.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, there's no vegetation underneath, like as far as protecting the bank or anything. And I would just, yeah, cut it and have the stumps remain.
Leave the stumps, yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing being proposed other than...
No other erections, no buildings, no attachments, nothing other than just replacement of vegetation. No structural or property changes, shouldn't alter anything for the use of the property or any of the abutters.
And do you see any need for erosion control? No?
No.
Okay.
And I don't see a need for replanting anything.
Okay.
But if you do, then you need to notify us
Yeah,
again.
just let it know
Yeah, he
if
wanted to
you
plant
wanted.
blueberry bushes. Just, my grandfather built the house that just
Yeah.
got rebuilt by Mr. Flagg down on the corner. So, as a kid, I used to go out to, we used to have to swim out to Blueberry Hill before we could water ski, and there's no blueberries. So, my parents want their grandchildren to have blueberries because
you can just
they know where
finish it.
Blueberry Island is, but they don't know why there isn't any blueberries on Blueberry Island.
It's confusing.
So if plantings are done, then erosion control would be needed. Depends how big the holes are. No?
I don't think,
Okay,
they're not gonna use
we
the
can put
machine.
blueberry bushes only maybe planted.
Yeah,
Okay. Better than autumn olive or burning bush, something invasive.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
People
no.
get confused sometimes. Oh, I was gonna put the book.
Not looking for more yard work.
Yeah.
Okay, so board, what's your pleasure? Negative, positive, negative with conditions?
I'll make a motion
Can we
to
do that?
issue
Yeah.
a negative determination with the conditions that the stumps shall remain and blueberry bushes are the only permitted planting.
Second. Motion been made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Great, okay, we have that to sign tonight, and we'll get that signed.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Enjoy the evening. Stay healthy, no flu for anybody.
Too late. Too late, yeah.
Do you guys, do you have an official copy of this? or
Yeah, do you need,
Is this it?
Nothing else we need, you document everything later on, it goes out in the mail, correct?
Yep.
Okay, have a nice day.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Right, so do you want to sign this now? Sure. So she already checked off, and I'll tell her what the conditions are so she can add them in. That's what I did last time. That's the one we just did. Yeah, this number 5 under discussion down here, FY19 budget.
I just popped it on there.
Yeah, I mean, didn't we approve the budget
yeah.
last time?
Yeah, level, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like,
the-
did I imagine that?
No, you
It was a
didn't.
big deal at the time, we had to approve.
Yeah.
I mean, even made you guys stay late.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah, no, I think it's all
Yeah.
set.
And I did email Bill, because he needed it in writing, that we voted. Huh.
Definitely.
So will this get filled in after we sign it, or is?
Well, some of it is already filled in.
Yeah,
I
some of
just,
it.
I'll tell her what the conditions are tomorrow.
Alrighty.
And she can add those onto that checkbox. And this number 1, Southeast Main Street erosion controls. I don't know what that is either.
It was runoff
number
off the
8,
road.
Have we even discussed it? I don't remember discussing it,
I don't either, but it's.
but it's up
not
right up
number 8.
front.
I don't know, it
Doesn't
could
ring a
be,
bell.
Morse Pond.
Southeast Main.
Is that where Morse Pond is?
Well,
No,
that would
lot
be
number
number
8.
66.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Lot number 8, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so we've got 5 minutes. No other RDAs. So do we have anybody here for the Chase property?
Yes,
Okay, come on up.
thank you.
Orange Street Wetland Crossing?
Yeah,
And
hi.
your name is?
Lance Anderson from Heritage Design Group.
Okay.
I have a gentleman that's looking at purchasing the Chase Farm parcel. I've made a sketch, and this is the parcel that the house is on, but the house would be separated from it. It's going to be approximately 60 acres. Yeah, Orange Street is down the bottom. Yep, yep. There's an existing cart path. I believe it was created
Okay.
by the forester.
Where's the house?
22 would be down in here.
Yeah, because I know that area. All right.
That's number 22. And this is,
So what is this 22 referring to?
that's the house number. That's
Parcel.
the,
Map ID.
that's the house number the assessor gives it. The house number, I believe, is 22. I'm not sure on the parcel number. There's an existing cart path running through the property, and there's an existing crossing. There's not an existing crossing, existing trail going through. And I would just wanted the board's opinion. We'd like to create a gentleman's farm, if you will, with a barn and a workshop. And if the commission would be acceptable to us pursuing crossing this wetland and leaving this open and have the farm on this side of the crossing
Well,
before we go through the expense of going through the engineering and detailing the crossing. The
Why
impact.
wouldn't you be allowed to do it?
Well,
Are you
there.
asking to do it without filing?
Oh, no, 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 I
With
file a notice of intent, 5,000 square foot,
Yeah.
one-to-one replication.
There's already something existing there. It's an
There's a
existing
there's a
car
trail,
path, disturbed
there's a
car
trail
path.
existing.
You just do the
there
same
now.
exact thing as usual.
file.
Okay, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
awesome,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, why
I-
wouldn't you be able to? There's
well-
already buildings back there.
No, these are
Allegedly.
proposed.
Oh, proposed,
These are
okay.
proposed, yeah, a barn for
Okay.
livestock, a utility, for.
Yeah, you don't have
for-
the agricultural exemption for anything, but
No.
you can access that, yeah.
Okay, awesome. That's-
Does it ever,
This doesn't concern you?
well, he's gonna have to file.
I mean, I
I mean
want,
that this is
The
what's...
existing crossing?
Yeah.
There's a pasture, there's existing pasture, or?
no, we would like to create pasture, but I'm gonna have the wetlands.
I'm just saying the fact that this is clearly being used, you can see track marks.
I think it
What's
was
the
used,
history?
I think it was used by the,
Has it been logged?
by the logger.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
some,
a
that looks
forest
like a
cutting
logging
plan.
thing.
Yeah, but don't they usually have to lay down,
Like
Yeah,
a corduroy
like
road.
Well, when
Right.
could go when it's frozen.
I mean, you can see the marks in there.
Yeah, this is a little bit more, it looks like a little bit more than just a BVW crossing. Looks like the water's actually moving.
The stream.
Yeah,
Yeah.
looks like there's a stream crossing.
I don't
From this
believe, I
picture.
walked it with, yeah, I think it was taken when it was plotted, this is,
Well, this is the best time.
yeah, right. I did walk this with Art Allen, last week. And.
Is that when the pictures were taken?
Yes, yep, pictures were taken last week.
Because I have heard cutting up around that area. I just live down on Perry Street.
Okay.
So maybe, I mean, is that cutting, logging recent?
Not that I know
Oh,
of, that it's
okay.
not recent. I know the land is in 61A, and that's another thing that we'd have to address. But we would have the wetlands flagged and come in with a notice of intent for the crossing to get to the
'Cause
upland.
that damage may have been done years
Oh,
ago.
so
Prior.
this
Would be crossing.
stream is actually in the wrong location. That's why this overlay, this GIS overlay, is actually more this, it goes like this.
We
That's
are,
what the problem is.
we're crossing at the narrowest point. It seems the path is crossing
Yeah,
at the
but there's a
narrowest
stream.
point.
This is a stream here. It's getting fed by this one.
A thread of an
And
intimate.
this is incorrectly, no, this is incorrectly layered.
Well, it should be through the contour, the lowest contour.
Yeah, well, it's.
I'll have everything engineered for you, topography and,
Nobody's using it at this time, though.
no.
And I've seen worse crossings, actually.
Yeah, I don't know what these.
When you
these
stream
tracks are.
fordings.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
looks,
It might even be dirt bikes or,
There is a-
kids on motorcycles.
There is a gate, there's a gate and a lock, here at the beginning.
These are very large truck marks, these are not
Let me see.
kid marks. Both the width of the tire and the width of the axle show that it's a very large truck going through that did that. Now, maybe it was a while ago,
Logging
but it
truck.
still was. Still not what I would
that
expect
could be a
from something that was
So you
permitted.
got a green brook here. And that's perennial. And then it must loop around like this. And it
Yeah,
actually probably
I
goes.
thought that was intermittent. I'll
No.
check.
Yeah, I don't think so. Because it's very channelized. And then it's feeding the other side.
Which way are we looking here? You got Perry Street down here,
Yep, this is on.
and you got Town, or whatever it is, Vine Street, or whatever it is, up there at the head of...
Yep, correct,
All right.
correct. Yep, this is,
I wonder where this is, just relative to how.
Yeah, I'm
This is
trying to
the-
figure it out.
this is
too.
Schwartz, this is Schwartz land that was just
80.
cleared.
Yeah, Hal's is 80, so it's way down the road.
Yep,
So
Hal,
Orange Street
where's-
goes out to Pine which way? This way?
Yep, this way
Sure.
this way to Perry Street.
No, Pine.
I'm sorry, this way to Pine. That way to Pine
Yeah.
Street.
Perry's down here.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yep, this Perry
Because I
comes
know
up
there's
here.
a deserted house on this side.
Yep, correct.
Okay, all right.
The deserted house is right in here.
Oh, all right.
Actually,
So
that's
there's
it
a
right there.
gate? Yeah, I
Yep,
don't-
you can see the gate.
I know there's a gate on the side where the deserted house
Yep,
is.
yeah, there's also a gate right here, and
Oh, okay.
you'll see recent survey markers.
All right.
And Hal's land is right here.
Okay. Okay, well, you can file.
I will.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
Thanks for your
thanks for
time. I
asking.
appreciate it.
You can
Thank you.
take all your
Thanks a lot.
photos back. Thank you.
Thanks, folks.
Good night.
Have a good one. You too.
All right, 7:15, we have a public hearing continuation for 135 Webster Street, Barrett Boyko.
Want to address the certificate of compliance first?
Oh, yes. You need, last time we had asked if you had an open certificate of compliance. Did you look into that?
I had filed to try, there wasn't the order of conditions from the previous one, the previous construction that I was trying to close, and I filed for the new NOI. I know you guys said you wanted an as-built for the septic, and I'm not sure if this is it.
Well, just so before we get into
Alright.
this, you need to request a certificate of compliance.
I did file that
Yeah.
for last,
Oh,
2 times ago.
yeah.
oh, here it is, okay. Read
Could I
it, tell
see
me
that
it was up.
map?
Sure.
So we can
Yeah, this is, I'm not sure if that's it, but
sign the old one off.
it has where the septic was. No, it's not. My paperwork got a little,
You what?
my paperwork got a little messed up at home with the twins coming
Did you
home, so-
ask the
I
Board
did,
of Health?
I did get my lot's actually the one on the left. But I did get a as-built, that's all I have in my paperwork. I'm not quite sure if that's not it where it ended
It's
up.
in the Board of Health, so they'd have one filed.
Yeah, I did get a copy from them. I just not sure if I handed it to
Steve? Do you have anything?
Steve. I wasn't sure if it was in my file, because
Oh, you just got one?
I got one, yeah.
Okay. And then.
The other thing was
Yep.
the natural heritage line. And I guess this is what I printed up. And when I talked to Steve, he said that it had moved from before. And it's actually just in this area where Bad Luck Pond. It no longer crosses into my property, which is over here with,
Oh, good.
Yeah, Steve did.
That's good.
Oh,
Oh, good.
the line has moved since '06, I guess.
It happens. People disprove it.
Which line?
Oh,
The natural
is-
heritage and endangered
this
species.
is different. This is different pictures. That's for the next one.
Steve, and it's a duplicate.
Okay, do your own take a look.
So that has moved. So we have the request, the certificate of compliance typed up on the old one. Now the as-built,
Nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found.
nowhere to be found.
I'll go to the Board of Health tomorrow. to get another one.
What do we have? What are we checking off? That the work wasn't completed under this, or that partial certification?
We have this in there filed. This isn't the as-built, right?
No. Only the we could do only the following portions of work.
These are from the previous photos.
Cause you had a couple things, you had the garage showing, right, on the plan?
Yes, the garage was on the initial plan.
So I'll make a motion to issue a partial certification for certificate of compliance at 135 Webster Street. With the portions being the house, septic, associated site work, excluding garage. So on the original order, there was the garage was shown.
Okay.
All other items were completed under this order,
Okay.
to our satisfaction.
All right. I don't have any of my notes tonight, so I can't. I can't rest on any of that, so. I have to
Garage
go
was never-
either on what's in
never
front of me
built.
or,
No,
Memory.
the garage was never built. It was put on the original plans. Unfortunately, I
What
didn't have
happened is,
money.
it expired.
Yeah, it expired. That's why I'm trying to file. I ran out of extensions on the original order conditions, which is why I'm trying to close that one out. I received a new DEP number from the state
Yes.
for
Yep.
new order conditions to finally finish the garage.
but you haven't seen the as-built, right?
Right. But I'm saying all,
So we know all the work is done and done per the order because we saw pictures, or how do we know
Steven
that?
looked at it multiple times.
I don't know, did he
No.
report that to us?
I
Again,
thought
if I
we
can't
did,
check my
like,
notes.
3 meetings ago.
Well, last time we said we need a certificate of compliance on the old, and an HESP, that boundary line that you
Well,
were
we got
concerned about,
this.
and an as-built.
So we don't have the as-built,
That's the only thing we're missing.
and the certificate of compliance is what is an application. But
as-built.
for us, yeah, for us to actually give the certificate of compliance, I thought we would look at the as-built and/or have photos from Steve without both of those.
Steve did stop at my house and take photos.
Is this your house?
No,
That's the other one.
no,
Oh, no,
he did
it's these.
stop and take pictures. I want to say it was for the was the one of the
Yeah,
meetings because he
probably
wasn't
the
going to be able
last
to be here. He was here last meeting, so it was the December meeting he took pictures for before all the snow fell.
So, I mean,
We were here.
I'm not comfortable voting on something I haven't seen, I haven't heard from Steve about, nor do we have an
I
as-built
thought we
on.
went over it a long time ago. Let me
But
just-
isn't that why you wanted the as-built, was to look at that and compare?
Yeah.
So,
I don't remember either. We did,
I mean, we've asked for the
all
as-built,
sounds
I
very
think
familiar.
twice now, so.
December 4th.
I think we should really wait until we get the as-built, since we've asked for it twice. If we ask for it twice and then vote on it without it, it seems trivial that we asked for it
Okay,
twice.
all right. Yeah, think you can find it, or?
I'm gonna go to the Board of Health and get another one. As I had everything and I don't know where it went. So,
So we still need the as-built. Okay.
And then we've got.
And we'll hold off on the partial?
Yeah, I'll remove my motion.
Okay.
so
All
we're
right,
waiting,
so-
waiting on that.
Yeah, so we'll have to continue it then until, let's see, 7:50 on the 5th of March. That's the next time we meet.
We don't have one later this month?
Nope.
Second meeting?
Make a motion to continue the public hearing for 135 Webster Street to March 5th at 7:50.
Second. Do you want this for the records?
Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So we'll see you then.
All right, thank you
Okay,
very much.
Thank you.
There's that too. Sorry, before you put that away.
the Wetland Crossing. Sign some vouchers. Well, too bad there aren't any. What? Why does she even have it on there? Sign
Is that
vouchers.
to be signed, Philbrook?
Yeah, but it's all, what is the conditions and stuff? So, I don't see any. Certificate of compliance for GBI for
Number 4.
16 Cottage Colony. Tough to do without Steve here.
I'm gonna recuse myself also.
Okay, let's see if he's taken any pictures.
There was a little packet. He must have done it for everybody.
Here it is. Okay, here's the Cottage Colony. It's a house. And we've got the lake. Looks like it's established. One, maybe, under there.
Frozen one. Frozen.
Looks it. Got a nice porch. That's a lake view. That's some rock.
These are from Steve?
Yeah.
It's good from that too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, to me, that's the view that matters. so.
Yeah. Tight, but it's done.
Yeah.
Okay, so do I hear a motion to issue?
So moved.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Abstained.
Tracy abstains. Okay. Sign that.
Moving right along.
Oh, wait a minute. I got the,
Time for you to go, yeah.
I know.
oh, that's a request.
No. I'll stay for the next one. The other ones are, these two I've already had it before.
Now, is that one as built? Pretty.
The red usually means it's overlaid over the old one.
Yeah.
At least to know that Brandy's right. At least to know that it was actually put in the right spot. Mm-hmm. I thought we had
Of
seen.
course, there wasn't much wiggle room on that lot. And hand your sugar to your neighbor. out the
Yeah, one
window.
way or the other, and you're on someone's porch.
Skip you, I guess?
Yeah.
I'd much rather the warm one.
Okay, now next. 7:30, we have a public hearing continuation for 32 Linden Street. Corey and Natalia Lopes. So, welcome back.
Hi, how's everybody?
Good, how are you?
Good. All right, so Steve came over and helped me with this. This is what we did right here. He said that that would be efficient. So basically, we measured from the corner of the driveway. You said rock, tree rock, if you guys remember. Okay. 25 feet from wetland flag 4 to that rock. Wetland flag 3 was 54 feet to the edge of the driveway. 12 feet from the edge of the driveway to the tree. And rock, it was 13 feet from wetland flag 2.
And
And then
10 feet
10
to what?
feet in He took a picture, he said you
Yeah.
guys would have that.
He has,
Is this
he's right
it?
here, yeah.
That's your
And where
house?
I'm
That's where he is, yeah.
Where I'm standing would be the 10 feet from the rock in. And basically what you guys,
He just became a flag.
I know, you wanted me to be a flag, as you said.
Be a
So
flag.
basically what we were proposing was just do this and plant what you guys want me to plant, and
Yeah, do we have that written down anywhere, or do we need to have it,
and I also asked Steve, I was like, is there anything that he wanted me to write? He says, no, just show this, and everything should be okay.
so we'll condition it and take care of that verbiage?
And then we did a little something on this one too, if you guys want. That shows the 12 feet from the edge of the driveway to the tree.
This is all about your raking back some of that
Yes,
fill.
sir. Yeah, rake back and plant, whatever you said, blueberry bushes, or whatever. Anything, as long as it complies, right?
Didn't we, do we have minutes from the last meeting?
I think we typed them up.
Did you, which one is that?
January.
8? I think we had already verbally said a lot of it, and I'm just thinking it'd be easier to just read that instead of making it all up again. So, this is 135, no, what are we on, 32 Linden, sorry. Let's see if I can, here it is, let's see what we said, so we can make this easy. The commission can, blah, blah, blah. Van Roo recommended pulling back the fill 25 to 30 feet from the rock by the road to the only standing tree in the cleared area, to the rock by the shed, scarify the soil, seed with native mix, fix some of the wattles that are breaking down, and add more bales where none currently exist. So, if I can say that pretty much again, with this being our documentation of where all that stuff is, can we be done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please.
Yeah, we need
Okay.
native plantings on the edge of the lawn.
Say that again.
Native plantings on the edge of the lawn, like it's like a physical barrier.
Got it. Okay, so
So,
let me see if I can make that motion. So, see, I move that we approve the proposed work of pulling back the fill 25 to 30 feet from the rock by the road to the only standing tree in the cleared area, to the rock by the shed, scarify the soil, seed with native mix, fix some of the wattles that are breaking down, add more bales where none currently exist, and plant native plantings on the edge of the lawn as per the plan submitted.
with the date of, you put a date on it?
No.
Revised,
Today,
revised
per the
date,
plan.
yeah, just put revised, to
for
5/18.
plan.
Just so that,
This is an OFC essentially.
yeah,
NO, it's an NOI.
yeah.
Well, it
Yeah,
is,
order of
but your
conditions, yeah,
motion, yeah.
Second,
Motion been made and seconded, all in favor?
aye.
And then Steve also said that he'd come out and, show me what I could plant and stuff.
Yeah, we have a list, but even the blueberry bushes are fine too. And space them accordingly, whatever the directions are, and then just along this line, I mean, you could do a little bit more if you wanted to stagger them or something, but along this side right here, as a separation.
Blueberry bushes have thorns?
No.
That's what I asked last time, and you were like, did you ever go blueberry picking?
Did I
did,
say it
but
that
was
way?
almost 60 years ago, so.
Well, I guess I haven't.
There's some other funky things that grow out there.
don't know what berries you're
Thorns and have some sort of berries. I don't know what
The
that is.
raspberries.
So
So let's sign
The
that,
wild
and I'll tell
berries.
Maria what to add.
The ones like that are caps, the little berries that are like caps you pull them. Those have thorns on them.
Well, nice to meet you all. You don't have to, you don't have to see me again.
Well, you still gotta stay safe.
Going into
See
hiding.
Steve, right?
We'll have to spend the
And
next
when
year
it's done,
living
you have
here.
to come back.
Certificate of compliance, we have to come out and check
Oh,
when it's
yeah.
done.
Okay,
So
so-
we will
And you
see
need to
again.
record this at the Registry of Deeds.
Well, thanks for letting me know. So
Yes.
I have to,
There are directions, yes.
Right.
It'll be in the conditions
you'll
that
send
you
me
need to
something?
record it. If you have any questions, well, you'll need a copy of this.
The
All right,
original.
So
The
you
original.
guys will send that, or do I have to come here to grab it?
You can call Maria
Call
in the
Maria.
office, or Steve,
Okay,
and they'll give it to you. You bring it up to the registry, have it recorded, because
Okay.
you can't start work until it's recorded.
okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
And
Okay.
let us know when you've recorded it. That way, we won't be waiting around,
Yes, ma'am.
but you have to let us know.
You got it.
Okay? Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, right, kids.
Okay, I'll see you in March.
Sorry.
See you in March. Okay. I was doing gardening today.
Oh my gosh, that's
I'm
awesome.
cutting back all my grasses.
Out of what?
Okay, next. Oh,
Are we there yet?
no.
No.
All right, yeah.
Oh,
All right,
goodness.
so we did the guaranteed builders, did the boy code, that's on
We
hold.
might have to move it down to 5 minutes apart.
I'm thinking.
Remember we used to?
I'm thinking. Yeah.
Budget?
No, it's
I
already
don't even
done.
know why she has it on there.
Did we say we didn't know what number one?
Yeah, we did it last
discussion?
time.
Yeah.
What was the deal with Southeast Maine?
Don't remember. And the only thing left then is the minutes. We gotta wait 5 minutes.
What's the MACC about?
It's, the conference, do you ever, have you ever
I
gone?
used to, yeah, I used to go.
Yeah, I used to go too. That's coming up. I think it's all online now. They don't even send out mailers anymore.
Right. So is that just letting us know that it's coming up, or
Yes.
was there anything she needed from us?
No. And in fact, I think she prefers we register in like January, because then they can cut a check here instead of us being reimbursed, but it's already into February. And these, they fill up quick.
Yeah, well, they're pretty much, been there, done that.
Same old, same old.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
The number one there, is that something like we need Steve's feedback or something?
I have no idea why that's there. Southeast Maine, Lot 8.
Is
Lot
any of
8
these
could
talked
be
about?
anywhere.
Let's look at the minutes here, maybe. I don't remember
No,
it either, but
I don't remember seeing that. And I have nothing typed up. I don't think there's anything in the mail. No. The enforcement order did go out for
For
Bazille.
location?
Morse Pond,
Yeah,
that did go
good,
out.
excellent.
the enforcement order for,
Bazille.
Southwest Maine.
Southwest Maine.
Yeah.
Oh, all the way out there?
50 Southwest Maine, yeah. Bazille, yeah, that's his name. The one that dug up the pond?
Yeah, just barely past South Street.
Do you have me on the agenda? For 40 Crescent Lane?
For 41 Crescent Lane or 45 Crescent
40.
Lane?
We have 41 and 45.
No 40?
No, lots 11 and lots 10.
This is lot 8.
Oops.
I dropped everything off to Maria last week.
Because we've had these on for our agenda for months, and then nobody showed up at the last meeting, and so we,
No, this is the first time I was on the agenda. I dropped everything off to Maria last week.
oh, that, it's not on here yet? Maybe,
And not for these, not for lots 10 and 11.
No. And she put it on, she said she was gonna put it on Steve's desk. I had a letter with it.
Didn't make it.
Pictures.
Oh, yeah, did you check the next meeting on the 5th? March 5th?
not,
40 Crescent?
oh.
40
Oh, I have 58.
Crescent.
Oh, it's Chestnut. Oh, 58 Chestnut.
No.
No. And then I had Woodland Crossing, Deer Crossing. That's it. So it's not on our agenda yet. You'll have to talk to Steve or Maria. Did you put, like, the ad in the paper and all that stuff?
No, he just said, well, you know, you have to get on before you guys, the commission,
What did you submit exactly?
a letter saying what I wanted to do.
Okay, so it sounds like maybe an RDA.
Just under discussion, or?
No, I'm looking for, you know, permission to cut trees, basically,
It's an
because,
Was that a request for determination?
yeah,
form?
because of, no, she said you have to write a letter, Maria did, and submit, tell them what you want to do.
Okay.
I got the blueprints from the engineer where they have,
So you didn't fill out any form?
no.
Okay. That you'll have to talk to the secretary or Steve Zisk about. Have you talked to Steve Zisk at all?
Well, just the last, a couple weeks ago, when he said I had to come before you guys.
Oh.
Because
but
I
did-
could have cut down trees before he could put up any erosion control.
He may have said you have to come before us, but that doesn't mean you just, I think maybe what he meant is you have to come before us, but you have to file in order to get put on our agenda. Like, it's not just come at the next meeting, it's you have to submit paperwork to get put on the agenda for the next open spot available. And, does that make sense? So he may have been like, yeah, you gotta
that
go
makes
in
sense.
front of them.
Shouldn't Maria have told me that? To fill out the form and stuff?
Oh, so you're not Southeast Main Street.
Oh, could
No.
you?
Well, I mean,
It says erosion control, Lot 8.
it's lot 8, but I'm on Crescent Lane. That's the way, access from Crescent Lane. It could go out to East Main. It's 11 acres.
I don't have my map on me, I can't look at it. Well, that's interesting.
But I
So
submitted
that must be what
But
it
even
is.
still, it's a discussion item, it's not an RDA.
I submitted pictures plus the
No, that's-
blueprint from the engineer.
That sounds
I gave it
like
all to Maria.
So, but what you were saying is that you have to cut down trees.
In other words, where
to
they...
put up erosion control?
Exactly.
You can't go around it?
No. So many, it's wooded, heavily wooded. And then even after I cut the trees, there's a 10-foot easement on each side of the driveway, but the driveway is 700 feet long. And even after I cut the trees, you know, I gotta go a little at a time digging the roots out and everything.
Is this an existing order of conditions?
Well, yeah, I got an order of conditions.
Because there's a
from the owner.
DEP number right here next to this must be
Alright,
it,
it must
Southeast
be.
Maine.
So it's an existing order of conditions for construction of a home with a
Right.
driveway. And the existing order of conditions says you have to put in erosion controls. And when
Right.
you went to go put in the erosion controls, you're like, these trees are all in the way, there's no way I can put this
Right.
in
That ex-
unless I cut down these trees.
I explained that to Steve, and that's when he said, well, you have to come
I
before
think
you...
we're catching it. All right, I think we're doing good here. We're figuring this out. They put you down as Southeast Maine. And they put you down as a discussion because you already have so it wouldn't be an RDA because you already have an order of conditions open. So this is more like looking for guidance.
Exactly, I'm
While doing-
looking for you guys to, you know, say, okay, cut the trees, and
We're hoping we're gonna find your
Aha,
paperwork in here now that we know where to look
across
for it.
from Crescent Lane. Yes.
That's such a cheat. All right, so this is number
So-
40.
Where is Crescent Lane? Did it get anywhere near Southeast Maine?
I have to look at a map. It's behind you. I can't see this far.
well, you go down Downs, and then I've got the other
Downs
street.
towards
Oh,
South,
Shady
South Street?
Knoll
Well,
Estate.
southeast to Downs.
Downs, yeah.
And then from Downs, you go,
I think it's Manzi, then Crescent Lane.
Manzi.
Wow, look at
You go
those
up the
pictures.
Yeah,
hill,
those are
right?
the pictures, yeah.
So
You
it's
can
in
s-
what, that development down there in
Yeah.
Downs Road?
Look at
Yeah,
that
there's a big
driveway.
We haven't been down Crescent Lane in a long time.
What's that?
The shaded
Cul-de-sac.
part is where the erosion control is.
Downs, Crescent, and we are, oh, right, yeah, I remember this. Okay, so let me turn it to Mike, so you can see. Here's the, to orient yourself. So there's Crescent. Okay, so I'm with you now.
Yeah.
So, all right, so these are the erosion controls you're
Yep.
asking about,
Yep.
and these as well?
Right.
Okay, so now here's our,
Let me read what it says. Erosion control cannot be installed at the above location for the following reason. The trees have to be cut and some boulders removed. The property is heavily wooded and erosion barriers, which I had marked by the engineers, cannot be installed. Therefore, I'm looking to obtain the building permit signed by the commission in order to remove the trees and boulders. Is that within our jurisdiction? Where do you need to remove the trees and boulders, from the whole driveway?
Well, wherever there's erosion control, oh yeah, the whole driveway has all, it's all treed, it's a treed lot, you
The
know.
plan also calls for a 16-foot wide driveway
Right,
with an easement of 10 feet on each side. I would like to propose leaving that easement as natural as possible in order to save some of the trees. After the trees are removed from the driveway, I would like to start excavating and use the waffle system of erosion control
As we
I
go
am
along.
excavating.
yeah. Obviously, we're starting from Crescent Lane going in, so.
So, you have a drive that comes, that leaves Crescent Lane, and then you have, have you ever looked at
I
this?
don't know, these
this where
pictures,
you
I
are,
don't
down
have
in
a
here?
problem seeing how you could put erosion control in.
Yeah, without,
So you
I
have
don't
like
see
a
it, just
road or
lay it
something,
over
or a
the-
path?
Well, this
Driveway.
And it
this would be
serves
the
as a-
driveway going in. Right here, like Crescent.
So, I'm trying to figure this
And is
out.
that-
So this is where we leave Crescent, like, this is Crescent
Is that
Lane.
what
This is
this
where we
is?
leave
So
Crescent
why is it
Lane.
real wide?
There.
No, that goes out to southeast.
Are they talking about like,
That's just still
I get,
I mean, there is still fence line.
anyway, do you want to have a seat? Feel free to pull up a chair if you
Yeah.
like.
You see this side?
This is looking in from the
Yeah,
street, and there's
okay,
the
so-
engineered marks.
Let's do this like this. Which of these is this one right here? Which one? From that to that to that.
So that's going this way.
And they want to grade right where all those boulders are?
All the boulders have an S three after. Tons of trees. And obviously, there's so many
I
roots.
feel like,
Why is
and this
that?
is somebody's lawn, right? I feel like we've walked it, but we always walked it right here. There's an opening,
Yep,
right?
there
How
is
come
a-
they're
there's a
not just,
drive.
why isn't the drive just going there?
Yes, it belongs to the other people next door.
So the
like-
drive's probably somewhere around
Yeah, it's like a paper street,
here.
very close, right after this thing, right after
Yeah,
this
because
street.
we always went in that way, and I think I was always under the impression that that's where it was gonna be.
Yeah, so was I.
Yeah, because this is
What a
kind of
surprise.
kooky, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let me show her what you just showed me. So, you know, we always went in right here. Yeah, they want them to go in right smack there. So these have got to go, all that's got to go. I mean, it's kind of crazy that we're not going.
So is that plan incorrect then?
No, it's the way, I'm assuming it's correct, it's the way the engineers did it.
We were just entered at the wrong spot, even though it's staked there?
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. So what are these stakes? Are these the other property line? Like, is it like from here to here are
Right.
the two property lines? So it looks like then you could go in this way,
Well.
because it's still
this
your
is-
property.
This is 36 feet from there to there, 16-foot driveway in the middle and 10-foot easement each side.
Okay. Was there ever a request for a waiver for the easement? From the, what is that, is that planning board? For,
A driveway easement?
yeah, to not have
CBA?
to be 10 feet off the property line for your
That's
driveway.
CBA, zoning
CBA?
code.
Yeah, so do you know?
Oh, yeah, this is Gary and Hellman
I
plan.
could add a little bit of,
Introduce yourself, please.
Norm Gamache with Gary and Hellman. We did do this project. That driveway is in a 50-foot strip that was originally left there as a connecting road. As the project went forward, the decision was made not to extend the road onto another piece of property that owner had owned, and what he did was he split that off into, I think, 3 or 4 large lots on another piece of property that he had picked up. This is one of those large lots that he split up, and he used the 50 feet of frontage in order to be able to do that. So what they have is a shared driveway going up this 50-foot strip. It had never been cleared. What you had been walking over previously was on someone else's property.
Okay.
Right. Fred Pollard is the owner of that property. So in order to gain access to the site, you have to go up that 50-foot strip. There's no other access.
From here or from here?
Well, there's frontage out on Southeast Main, but you can't use it because it's all wet coming up through there. So the lot was created.
But that is part of the lot.
Yes, it is. That's where the frontage comes
That's
from.
where the frontage is. Ah,
But
okay.
the actual access is over this 50-foot strip. There were 2 lots here. This one is reduced lot, frontage lot, which is the one.
Yeah,
that
if you only got
owns.
50, it's got to be reduced.
That one's got 200, this one's
Oh,
got
it's got
50.
200 here.
And what they have is a shared driveway, which is allowed under the zoning in Douglas. So they share this driveway coming out through there.
Yeah, but you either have frontage there or frontage here, right?
We don't, no existing frontage here, the frontage is over there.
No, we'll go back to your calling this a
This is a,
reduced frontage lot.
right, there are 2 lots here. This one
Oh,
here,
this is 2 lots.
this one here, right here on the side. Well, this lot here is the one that owns the 50 feet of frontage. This lot here, which is this one, actually has frontage all the way up to Southeast Main, but Southeast Main is all wet where this lot
And there's
comes
no
in.
house on this lot.
There is a house on that lot. There's a house right here. This is the lot that's vacant.
So you said though this 50-foot is owned by this?
No, 50 foot. There's another
Oh,
lot
damn.
back
Okay.
here.
Sorry, there's no house on this one yet, right?
There's not that I know of. I haven't been out
No,
there in
there's
a while.
no, he's trying to sell it. actually.
There is a well out there. There's a well like
Yeah, there's
right
a well on
here.
each-
So they had gotten that far on that lot, but they weren't going any further. That's why the person who owns this lot, we had filed for this driveway and to gain access in order to be able to do some more testing out in the back, because we had to move this testing because he wanted to put his house
Yeah,
where the testing
move the
was.
septic system.
So, but we did file for the driveway, because the driveway is what's in the buffer zone. Everything else
And
is,
that's the shared driveway.
that's a shared
He
driveway,
wants to stop making the shared driveway.
Yep.
accessible.
Is this part of the driveway at all in our jurisdiction? Is there any wetlands?
No.
So this is the only part that's in our jurisdiction?
That's correct.
So we can't even comment, correct? There's nothing over
You can always comment, but
No,
the
you know
thing
what I
is,
mean. I have
right,
no
your
jurisdiction anywhere here.
No,
So I can just stop worrying about this part.
Yeah.
Because it's not in, I mean, if there's no wetland within 100 feet of this, I really can't.
there is not.
Good, well then I can move on to what I actually have, so I don't have to sit here and worry about this, because this is really disturbing, so I'm just
Where
gonna
they
not-
want to get in, it doesn't matter who us, right?
Doesn't matter. Can't do anything about that, so I'll just stop looking at it. So, okay, here we go. We've got 50 and 100 here.
Yes.
All right, so this is where we come in here. And so this, which of these pictures pertain only to this part? I don't want to look at any pictures that have to do with this part.
I should have another set of
Yeah, yeah, I had them right here. Hold on, let me look under my stuff. I didn't mean to steal them. Do you want
Yes.
this reader?
This,
Oh,
couple
yay.
more there.
Okay.
Yes, that's going down through the woods. That's starting at the top up here. And going down, see this silt fence?
I see another, is that another one there?
Yeah, they go
Or is it
through
that one?
That one there.
We actually staked both sides of the right-of-way,
Yeah.
50 feet, and then I think we also staked the hay bale line.
Yeah, the silt fence.
There's like 3 sets of stakes there, one on either side, so they know where the limits of their easement is. And then we staked where the erosion control is supposed to be set up along here, because this is somebody's lawn.
Wow.
But the wetland itself is what we need to get the erosion control up first before you start removing boulders.
But the problem
Right?
is, because of where the erosion control goes, the boulders are right there and so are trees.
I think we need to do a site walk, because without being on site, I mean, I hear what you're saying, and I'm wondering if we just look out there, if we can be like, okay, so run it here, 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 and here, and don't clear anymore that's in the buffer zone, because we don't want you doing additional clearing if not necessary. So if we could,
If I can move the silt fence out, maybe.
Well,
which,
10
by
foot
out,
easement.
which way are you thinking?
Go towards the driveway.
Show me one here.
This way. Well, over there is riprap. This way, yeah.
Okay, so right now, how far is it from the edge of the driveway?
Well, it should be a 10-foot easement. It does vary a little bit at this end, over there.
So it's 10 foot here. If you moved it any closer, what would happen to the grading that you're proposing right here? I mean, you'd have the silt fence on top of it. You can't grade if the silt fence is.
Well, that's why I put in the letter, if I could do it as I moved everything, and start putting the silt fence, or I'd rather do the wattle system, to be honest with you.
Can I see the letter so I can see what he's describing?
Was that with me?
But thanks,
Yeah,
appreciate
thank
it.
you.
Yeah, that was very helpful. It doesn't look like it's near a wetland because it's going uphill.
Pictures might not be complete,
Yeah, and
So-
pictures are
Yeah.
really hard.
especially if you're taking a picture of something, an uphill.
Yeah, it goes downhill at that point, and at the bottom is where there's gonna be a culvert. That's where it's wet.
So do you want to do a site walk? I mean, I don't think pictures will do it justice, and you really got to go out and look at the site. I mean,
So explain the waffle system of erosion control, please.
or is it wattle?
Wattle, excuse me.
Oh, okay, it says waffle here.
That's what I thought.
Making me hungry.
I'd walk.
But okay, so you wanted to use wattles.
Yeah, because I wanted to excavate as I went along, and then I could put the wattle in as I'm going.
Of course, in the spring, it may be underwater. We don't know.
Well,
You know?
this, when you walk it, you'll see. It's just at the bottom where the water is. It's soupy.
So Brandy, what do you want to do? I would like to go out and see it.
Yeah, I think we have to go look at it, and so you can tell us. It's so much easier on site if you can say, here's what I'm gonna do, I wanna move this here.
And right now, it's probably still slippery and snowy out there, or
Not anymore.
no?
Are you doing work now?
Well, I want to get started cutting the trees, that's why.
So what do you think? What do you want to do a site walk?
When there's no snow.
Well, there's hardly any right now.
Yeah, they're forecasting.
Yeah.
eminently this week.
Rain Wednesday. Are there,
Yeah, they're forecasting
confused
snow on
about-
Wednesday.
Are there really two lots here?
yeah. This is
Okay,
one
so
lot
what,
over there and another lot here.
the reason the term Lot 8 all the time, is that's really not the lot you're talking about?
Or it is. That's the lot I'm talking about.
What lot? Is it, you got something down here, you got something
That's where the
here?
house is, I think. And the
Yeah, but this is proposed, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So this is
So-
not, this is a zoom out of the whole thing, so just ignore
Right.
this thing.
No, but actually it's more helpful, but that's why I'm kind of asking it. So it's a shared driveway with,
With this person here.
okay.
Well, we've got to move on, so let's set a site walk date. I mean, I'll put it off till spring. I mean, he either follows the plans or we can go and take a better look.
I'm trying to remember next Tuesday. Let me look at, next Tuesday, we should be getting some rain before Tuesday, and that could help melt stuff. Do
Okay.
you know what I mean? So the 13th. Yeah, we're supposed to get rain on Sunday, and it's up to 44.
Okay.
And at least right now, there's no forecast of snow between Sunday and Tuesday. So do you want to try well, yeah, what's your
Tuesday?
schedule?
Well, what time?
See, evening's not going to work for me. I can do any time during the day on Tuesday. I cannot do anything getting close to like 5 o'clock is too late for
Okay.
me. Let's see, maybe Monday. Hold on. Monday. No,
Oh, I'm sorry.
because I was like,
Next.
Monday I can actually, if you need 5, I can do 5.
Okay, Monday, so that's,
The 12th, can you be out there with
Sure.
us? So you like 5 o'clock? Site walk?
would be light.
Well, that's true, you know.
Let's see, what, yeah, here, let me check the sunset.
Just
Hold on.
about getting dark at 5.
hold on.
Yeah, and then woods, it's even darker
Oh, yeah.
Hold on a second.
and slippery. And
Sunset's 5:08. How early can you go out on?
I can go out anytime.
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you needed 5
Oh,
o'clock.
no. Well, I think I have a doctor's appointment on Tuesday, so Monday's
Oh,
perfect.
so Tuesday's not good for you, but Monday I actually
Yeah.
work, so, hold on a second, I have to
So
backtrack.
Monday at 10 o'clock?
No, I work
Oh.
Monday. What I'm
Oh.
saying is, I was gonna try to get back from campus for 5, I could do, but on Monday, Tuesday I'm wide open, I can do any time, but that's not good for you. 30, 12:30, 1:30, maybe 4 o'clock. It
On
can't
what
take
day?
an hour. Monday, how's that?
4 o'clock?
Does that work? That way
Okay,
we got ourselves an hour of light, people.
sure, plenty. Yeah.
If I'm there for more than an hour, kill me. Okay,
On Crescent Lane. Is it Crescent?
Chris.
Crescent. Keep thinking Chestnut. Okay. Just remember that. All right, so we'll see you then.
Okay.
Bring the plan with you.
Hang on to this,
We'll hang on to that.
Yeah, let's hang on. Well, why don't we bring the stuff with us too?
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, sorry to keep everybody waiting. We have a 7:45 public hearing, continuation for 77 Maple Street. Peter Ruiz?
Louise.
Ruiz.
That was pretty good.
And bring that up a little closer under the light too.
The continuation, Mike, for the record, Mike Yerka, Civil Site Engineering, representing Peter Ruiz. And it's a lot on Maple Street, 77 Maple Street. We were here last time, and we had gone through the whole plan, and everything was good. And I guess Steve was gonna go out, wanted to go out and walk it. And
yeah.
he had,
This is the triangle lot.
yeah, yes it is. And he was gonna give me a call, he didn't, but I assume he went out there and walked it.
Yep.
You know, we had refreshed the flags a couple weeks ago. It's right, if you're familiar with Maple Street, it's right where that sharp curve is with that huge tree. If you're,
I need to back out from that a little bit more. Let me take a peek on here.
All I know is it's somewhere,
yeah, if you're coming up Martin Road, okay?
I was gonna say near the Beagle, before the Beagle,
Oh,
after
no,
the
no,
Beagle.
right over here. If you
Oh, right over here.
pull-
You know what
Pull
Joel
out here,
Smith's
take a
house?
quick right,
Yeah.
and just go up Martin Road, then you go over the railroad tracks there, the old railroad tracks.
Oh, I'm sorry, he said Maple Street.
Yeah, but I'm gonna get you there.
I was thinking Walnut, I'm sorry. I'm
Oh,
way
no,
off
yeah.
base.
So, yeah, you go over the railroad track, you take your left there, head back towards Monroe Street.
Mr. Zisk will take photos of the site.
You did. Randy has them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sorry, getting there. I was just getting my bearings. Yeah, so I know where it is on the map now, but no, I'm not familiar with the big tree. I don't know that area so well.
That's a historic tree, supposedly, in the town of Douglas. Yeah,
Oh, now
it's
I need to
Nata.
go- now I
Yeah,
need
there
to
you
go find it.
That's
I
the
need to
oldest
go
one,
look.
yeah, it's huge, you can't miss it.
All right, so bring me
Yeah.
up to speed on the triangle lot, because I don't know anything about it.
We were proposing a three-bedroom house, and obviously we're in the buffer zone, the house is outside the 50. We have some grading inside the buffer zone. We have a driveway, drive straight in, septic to the left. Yeah, I couldn't remember if you were at the last meeting or not, Tracy was, but we've gone over everything, just put in septic system to the left. That's, most of the septic's outside the 100-foot buffer zone, and pretty straightforward. Yeah.
Can you like trace out the two buffer, the 50 and the 100?
Here's the 50 right here,
Yeah,
okay, and here's the 100 right there,
okay.
okay? And this is, let's see, this is the 25-footer right here. You have the erosion control well, the watering basin, and the erosion control. Let's see, what is you proposing? Let's see.
Did you move the
9-inch erosion control, mulch sock, yeah. Go ahead.
Did you move the septic a little
No.
from previous? Oh,
No, I didn't, no. No, Tracy had a question, why could we move it this way?
Yeah.
And I answered it, because this is going uphill.
Oh,
So
okay.
that system will come up, there'll be more grading that'll extend more into the buffer zone.
Okay.
So that's the reason.
Fits in there just tight.
Oh, we made it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But that's about
That's the only
yeah.
spot.
Yeah, and like I say, we're coming straight in, so we keep the driveway out of the, within the 50-foot buffer zone. Like I said, the last thing was, Steve was supposed to, take a...
He did, he took
Yeah, he
pictures.
took pictures, yeah. It's pretty, I don't know if he took the pictures, but it's pretty straightforward. There's almost like a little ridge line that runs right through here. You can just walk right across the top of this bank before it comes into the flat area, and the stream sits out here. Culvert goes underneath the street. That huge tree we're talking about is like right over here, probably 75 feet down. So does Steve have any comments, or he just?
No, he just took
Yeah.
pictures.
Seems like he would, if he had some negative comments, he would have passed them on.
Yeah.
Right.
Is there any, I'm trying to figure out from the grading. This, it's not 98, 97, 96, 95.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
like
figure
that.
out whether down here, if there's any need for any like visual you know how we talk about keeping people out from extending the lawn out into the wetland.
Oh.
And if there's any way to
Yeah.
kind of put a visual deterrent to say, here's the end of your lawn, stop, don't go into the 25, don't go into the, well, they're in the 50, but.
They're in the, yeah.
Yeah, like you are living in the 50,
Yeah.
but don't go into, don't go past the 25. Is there any way to demarc some way, just?
Oh, there's
I
all
mean,
kinds of ways.
This is pretty, I think this
You know?
is pretty, doing it on its own with the grading there.
Yeah, it's-
Who's gonna.
Yeah, well, like I
down
say, that
that.
would be, once you get down to there, that would be about the end of it. But this here ends up as a swale, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Because everything from here, if you drive by, you'll see it comes this way, you know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? So this comes like that, and then this will come around this way here. Now, like I say, sure, probably like,
Yeah, like
we could
right where
put
you're
the
pointing,
exact- yeah,
right
like
in there,
maybe
yes.
from the well back to in here
Yeah, just some
someplace.
kind of visual stuff.
Fence,
What, boulders,
plants?
plantings.
plants, yeah, planting.
Shrubbery is enough to
You know
keep
what
it-
would really be nice there? If we threw some winterberry
Yeah.
shrubs along there.
Yeah.
Those are nice, especially right now. I mean, the birds are eating the berries
Yeah,
as
and
we speak.
it's just the kind of visual
Yeah.
deterrent to say the lawn ends
Yeah.
here,
Yeah. Yep. Oh,
That would be
gr-
helpful, I think.
Okay. You put that in your,
Conditions.
condition that, yeah.
Yeah.
On the,
Yeah.
so which side is this, the,
That would be
West?
westerly,
find it.
northwesterly side, northerly side. Along the 25-foot offset from the well to the toe of the slope at the foundation. Well, we'll get some spacing for you.
so that's
Tell you about-
northerly side,
Yeah, westerly,
northwest?
Yeah. 25 foot, along the 25-foot buffer zone. So 20, if I can get from the well area, that's what we're talking about, from the well area to approximately here, so you're looking at about maybe 70 feet. If you want to put that at approximately 70 lineal feet from the well area to the foundation. Maybe a mixed winterberry and maybe some high bush blueberry
Okay.
mixed, instead of just a roll of winterberry.
Which way is Martin? The left side of the drawing or the right side?
This way.
Over there.
Yeah, and it goes out that way. If you're coming this way, you're heading back towards Monroe Street and Uxbridge.
Uxbridge,
I
yeah.
know where that big tree is. They had to cut
Yeah.
off the lower branch,
Yeah,
one of
it's
the big lower
it's-
branches.
I mean, yeah, it's tough to get two cars around that
Yes,
corner there. Right, yeah, and this is just beyond there, on that same side as
Okay.
the tree.
yeah.
So, you can see at the culvert, it's just like I say, just looking from the tree, maybe 75 feet up,
Okay.
up the road to 100 from that big tree is where you'll see the culvert, and then it's all wooded in the wetland. There's a house over here, and our office is like right over here,
Yeah.
so.
All right, so I'll make a motion to close the public hearing and issue an order of conditions for 77 Maple Street with the condition that they add a edge row of winterberry and high bush blueberry between the well and the toe of the slope along the 25-foot buffer.
Pretty much covered it.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thanks.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you. Thanks for your
All
time.
right, thank you.
Yep.
What kind of vegetation did you request then?
Winterberry and high bush blueberry. As per Mike's suggestion.
Wow.
Whoever's. All right.
I
so
just
good
want to see a
choices.
one row of
Yeah.
the same thing,
Hey,
mix it
good
up a little.
choices, as long as they're native, what the heck.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good night.
All right, so let's sign that
Vacation.
now instead of waiting.
Oh, good, we're cooking, let's crank these out.
Tell me what.
And that's done. Okay. Right. So we have a public hearing for 41 Crescent Lane, Lot 11. Crescent Lane LLC.
Norman Gamache, interior and outline representing the applicant.
You have the ad?
Have the ad and the green cards.
That.
They don't send you a tear sheet anymore. You have to get it off the internet.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I have a receipt, but I also have that. Those are the ads,
Okay.
okay?
All right, so the first one.
I was gonna bring a magnifying glass, but
Right.
I thought you might be,
I don't
I
think
can read
anybody
it.
would be offended at all.
oh, okay, well, next time.
Yeah, right.
Which one is which? Oh, here we go.
Yep.
41. Town of Douglas Conservation Commission will hold a public hearing for Crescent Lane LLC on February 5th, 2018 at 11 o'clock PM in the Municipal Center, 29 Depot Street, for work to be done pursuant to the Town of Douglas Wetland Bylaw and the Wetland Protection Act, MGL 131, Section 40. Proposed work location is 41 Crescent Lane and involves construction of a single-family house and grading within 100 feet of a bordering vegetative wetland. Okay, go ahead.
Just to give you a little history of this project, this was actually originally given an order of conditions back in 2010. We did include that order in our filing. With the Permit Extension Act, that order was still valid up until June of last year. My client actually started working on the site probably over 5 years ago. Returned to the site this fall. Got the site ready, went to file for his building permit, and found out his order conditions had expired. Excuse me. So that's why we're here, to request that the Conservation Commission reissue an order. I've highlighted the two lots in yellow, so you can see this one's 41 and that's 45. 41, the driveway comes in through like this. I've highlighted the 50-foot and 100-foot buffer zones in orange, so this is the 50 and this is the 100. So the corner of this house plus the grading on this side of the house are in between the 50 and 100-foot buffer zone. These squares are actually the well, those wells are actually in. That was the slurry pit.
It's huge.
Well, we created, well, when you do wells, you never know how much slurry you're gonna need. But both of those wells are actually in, so we don't have to worry about the slurry coming out of those.
Was this a perched water table? I have some recollection of that from like ages ago.
Not necessarily in this site. The material is really good, but it's very bony. And then in some areas, further up the road, right at the top of the hill, there was some ledge on the left-hand side of the road as you came in, but as you went further down the hill, we didn't encounter any. Septic systems are outside the 100-foot buffer. And basically, this is the wetland right here. The site has wattles already installed. They're installed from roughly this point over here, all the way through, all the way up to here.
What condition are they in?
They're brand new. They put them in the fall. And they also installed wattles over here along this is an existing detention basin. And this, I don't know if you want me to talk about 45, but 45, there is a swale on that side of the driveway that has to be constructed along with a pipe that will run and discharge into that swale. to pick up the water that's coming down the hill. These wetlands are all upgradient of the work. I did go on Google today, so you can see that the site's already been prepared. The pads for the house and the septic system are already there. The site's ready to be built upon.
Which is this, right here?
Yes, this is lot 41 up here. So that's the house and that's the septic. So this is 41. Yes, that's the house
House,
excavation
septic.
and that's the septic.
House septic.
Correct. Both of them. So this was, they started preparing this site quite a while ago, and because of the economy, it just, they didn't move forward, and then when they went to go back,
So am I hearing this right? Everything there has been there? I mean, your plan hasn't changed, it's just that
correct.
your order of conditions expired?
expired in June.
Nothing new in what you're showing here?
This is all the same. This is the same plan. We put a new stamp on it in order to resubmit it.
Any other questions? Pretty much been pre-approved before.
Yeah.
Eventually, we will need 2 certificates of compliance once the work is done. I can't, because the expired order is still on the
The
title.
work was never commenced.
So once we file for a certificate for the new order, we'll have to file for the old order at the same time. 'Cause
Actually, you need to
Close
close out the
first
old one.
can we do that now if the work
Yes.
is still in progress?
Isn't there a checkbox for that? The work was not
Never
completed.
done. There's one
Well,
from-
it's begun but not completed.
Ah,
I think it's well, I have to look.
Well, then it would
I have to
be
look
a
at the form
partial.
again, yeah.
I don't know.
We should have these memorized by now for as many times as we've looked at those.
because I didn't think to look at it. I thought that we'd have to wait.
Yeah, because I recall, we cannot open a new one with the same DEP number as one that's already
We have a new
open.
DEP number.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Oh,
we do.
okay.
But I was gonna leave it open until we were done.
Right.
So which one is shown here? The DEP number that's on the agenda, is that the new one?
I can tell you what the new one is.
0944?
0944 is correct.
That's a new one.
I believe so. And the old one is...
Oh, here we go. Invalid order conditions. It's hereby certified that the work regulated by the above reference order conditions never commenced.
Right, that's the one I was aware of, and that's why I
Yeah.
didn't
The order
file
of
it.
regulations has lapsed and is therefore no longer valid.
Oh, isn't that it?
That's it.
Is that the same one
But
that
it's
says
the
it hasn't
same,
commenced?
all in
Oh,
one.
okay. Is there another one?
No future work subject to regulations may commence without filing a new notice of intent and receiving a new notice of conditions. So in other words, that right now, by doing that clearing with an expired order of conditions, was actually a violation.
No, the
Right.
clearing was done, but wasn't it done before it expired?
Neil Rubicki is
Okay.
here representing the...
So is there another paragraph, though? Can we stop reading that one?
No,
What's the one below
it
it?
says ongoing conditions. The following conditions shall continue, like if we wanted no paving of the driveway, that would be an ongoing condition. So the work was never commenced is when something expires.
Can I see that?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just.
And the partial isn't what he needs either.
I thought we'd just leave it open, leave the other one open until...
No, you're not supposed to have 2 open orders of
Orders on the
conditions
same
on the same
property.
property.
Conundrum.
It's an unusual situation. Usually the work hasn't started,
Yeah. Yeah.
but since it has started, it's a little bit,
Nothing for the case where work is started but not complete before the order runs out? You think that would be one
No.
of the things that happens?
Well, that's where a partial comes in, but
Mhm.
I'm not even sure if partial would be,
No.
something you could issue because we've only just started the work.
Yeah. Yeah, you haven't done anything really except a little
Well,
clearing?
It's cleared and there's some,
Clearing.
there's been some earthwork done there, so it's open. So I would, the thing is, nothing has been built. It's just excavation commenced.
I think it's box number 3, because there is no other box.
Well, I agree with why you're leaning that way. I think the alternative, another alternative, because they have a separate DEP number, I could see leaving this open on this DEP number and not giving them a certificate. I like the idea of keeping it open because that means they do have, if we close this in any way, like the partial, that I'm not cool with, because then it's like done and run. Whereas if we leave it open on this DEP number and open another one on their new DEP number, then we'll just close both out when the project is done.
It's kind of like the Eric Boyko one, that we just needed the as-built, and we continued it on. He has a house that's built, but never built the garage, which is basically the same. They've started work, but not finished the job. But he also has a new DEP number. But we insisted that he get a certificate of compliance on the old one.
Right.
It's hard to have a partial, right? The basic work that's been done is clearing and,
You'd still need to come back for the, for the final certificate if you got a partial on the open one, on the old one. Partial might get you.
Under that DEP
Part
number.
way, yeah.
The old one.
So you'd still eventually have to get certificates
For
of
both.
compliance for whatever existing order is on the site in order to clear it.
I thought maybe we, like you were saying before, we could close out the existing one with a partial, which is what we did in the earlier case, even though, what do we say was partially done? I don't know. And the new one, this essentially opened up a new one.
Right.
I don't know.
So what do you think, Brandy?
Still chewing.
Oh,
So, the difference between this and that one is, the earlier one, we were talking about the major portion of the work was done, and it was an add-on thing. This is very different. And so, in this case, I don't think we should be giving a complete certificate, because the COC suggests that everything on the previous plan has been completed. which includes a full house and septic and everything. And literally, if we say that there's a certificate of compliance on that, we have just said all of that has been done, which means at this point, they're free and clear. They could actually, not that you would, but they could cancel the NOI right now and be like, hey, no, I have a
Well, no,
certificate.
I've never said that. I would say,
I'm just
do
going on
the lower box.
Yeah, I'm just going on the fact that it was already kind of pre-done as if we were going to do that. It's already checked in.
Oh, did she check it
Yeah,
off?
she checked it off. So then I'm working my way down and saying, well, okay, the partial certification seems like the way to go, because that's the most accurate way of saying that this is partly done.
Well, this is on another project. This isn't for the certificate of compliance for this.
Oh, well, this is why
G-
it's checked
yeah.
off.
Yeah, it was like
Okay,
it
so
is.
using this as a reference, though, the partial certification to me seems the closest, because it says, here's what actually has been completed. And that's where we can say the clearing and the well and the slurry pit are the only things that have been completed. And then it's documented that we have issued a partial on only those subsets. And it stays a partial. We open this new NOI on the new DEP number that has the house and all that in there. And when they're done with that, we close this one out, and then we finish out the
full
partial at the same
part,
time.
the rest of the partial.
So I think that's the way it makes sense in my brain to do it. And that way we're spelling everything out, and I like the fact that it's on paper. When we gave you that partial, it was only for X, Y, and Z.
So you got that? We need you
Yep.
to
File a
request.
request for a
partial.
a partial certificate.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a good way to go, I think.
Yep. I'll do it for both lots.
Yep.
Should be able to get that to your office tomorrow.
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
And, so, other than that, so we'll leave this open?
Yes, so we
Okay.
will actually technically continue both of them.
Yep.
Really, did we officially open the new one yet?
No.
Not the second one.
Although
We
that's-
have opened
however,
41.
No, I'm sorry, I'm referring to the fact that, did we open a continuation of the old NOI, or did we open the new NOI
This
just
is the
now?
new.
Okay, so we're on the new one, so technically for that one, we're continuing that as well. All right, so we're just gonna continue that.
41 Crescent.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
So
so,
at the next meeting, you would be able to act on the partial certificate and then
Yeah.
issue the order? Okay.
okay, so, motion to continue to the next available meeting, date and time.
Which is March 5th.
So
Yeah.
move, oh, sorry, preempted, preempted.
Let's go 8 o'clock.
So moved.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. So we can do the next one, and I'll read that public hearing notice. The Town of Douglas Conservation Commission will hold a public hearing for Crescent Lane LLC on February 5th, 2018, at 8:15 PM in the Municipal Center, 29 Depot Street, for work to be done pursuant to the Town of Douglas Wetland Bylaw and Wetland Protection Act, MGL 131, Section 40. Proposed work location is 45 Crescent Lane and involves the construction of a common driveway and associated grading within 100 feet of a bordering vegetative wetland.
For the record, Norm Gamache, I'm with Gary and Halnon, representing the applicant Crescent Lane LLC. This notice was filed for the construction of this driveway. I've outlined again on this plan, the orange lines indicate the 50-foot and 100-foot buffer. The driveway will exit Crescent Lane, run down through here, and run up by the front of this house. So all the work in here is between the 50 and 100-foot buffer. There will be a stone swale created over here to intercept water coming in this direction. There will be a pipe put in between this grass swale to an existing detention basin that was constructed for the roadway. Driveway comes up and goes over to the next lot, which is number 41 Crescent Lane. This square over here is actually the location of the existing well, and what was there was a proposed slurry pit. So when they dug the well, they had an area to discharge the slurry coming out of the well while they were drilling it. The house itself is outside the 100-foot buffer, barely, but it's outside. There is a little bit of grading in front, and then the septic system itself is actually outside the 100-foot buffer.
The wet area is what caps in green there? Yeah.
Yep, encapped in green. Also upgrading it from all the work. All the work is actually downhill. And we do have the area starting from roughly over here, all the way up through the lot, has wattles installed, straw wattles, and also up along this side of this basin, they've installed straw wattles over here also, because there'll be some work and some material will be disturbed going towards that basin.
And again, nothing has changed from the last time this was filed?
Correct.
Okay.
Any more questions?
Is this the same issue that
Yes.
expired?
They were both issued back in 2010. Both had a lifespan of 7 years. Unfortunately, it wasn't long enough to get the house built.
So we'll get another request for a partial
Yes.
then, and then we'll do that at the next meeting.
So,
So let's continue this to 8:10. Actually, 8:05 on the 5th of March.
so moved.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye. Mike?
Aye. Excuse me, I was writing here.
I know.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Can I?
Yeah, oh, there it is.
Motion to adjourn?
Yes, you can.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. All in favor? We adjourn at 8:20.